Alright, so I've been aiming to make this kind of video for a while now, explaining my preferred method of how to get to the SENTRI Lane from Rosarito when there is zero traffic. On this particular day, I recorded it early June 2025 with the expected June gloom across the up and down the coast here. One of the things that I did for sure wanted to go over before anything else is you got to make sure that you have your Google Maps checked out. And this is what I mean by this. Get familiar with Google Maps. First of all, this is and Google Maps with the traffic layer on. Normally the traffic layer, it should be easy to find on your phone or on the screen at your computer. What you want to make note of is this part right here, the Padre Kino Street. This is the first leg of Padre Kino. As you can see on the particular day that I took the screenshot, it's completely green. That means there's no traffic going on the SENTRI Lane on the first leg of Padre Kino in comparison to the standard lanes, which are completely red and heavy traffic and have a long wait line. And going back to the Padre Kino line, this is exactly what we want to see before we start crossing. And of course, this could be a little bit of changes by the time you get to the border from Rosarito, which on a clear traffic day with no traffic, it will be about, on a good day, it'll be about 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. So it could change by the time you're there, but normally it'll stay about the green. It'll stay just nice and clear by the time you get there. So this is what we want before we start heading up into this preferred method. I have a different video with a different route that has a on heavy traffic days, but this is for the days when there's no traffic. You check your Google Maps and you see that it's green at the first leg of the Padre Kino Street, which is actually this section right here. This is the first leg. You want this part right here to be completely green. You don't want it to be yellow. You definitely don't want it to be red if you are taking the route we're about to go through today. Alright, so we are headed into the toll booth from Rosarito to Tijuana. And one thing I did want to mention is that if you do travel a lot to the south here and use SENTRI Lane or what have you, go down, I do recommend the prepaid passes you can get at Walmart or Office Depot down here in Rosarito, TJ. It's just going to save you a lot of time, especially on days when the toll booth is backed up. You just go to the express lane here. You don't have to do anything. The gate opens right up as long as you're prepaid, because if you don't have any money in it and you can download the app and do it there, you're free to go. Now I'm going to leave this in real time only because I think that if you kind of know what you're doing, you know where to fast forward to on your points. You can do that easily if you basically already know the basic route. For those of us that don't know, that it may be new here, I'm just going to leave it in real time just so you can have a real-time visual of how I drive to the border from here, just in case it might even be your first time. You don't know. So we'll just leave it in real time to leave the details out. I am sorry about the day, but I had nothing to do with that. It's June gloom, and it was a little bit, well, it was really cloudy and a little rain here and there, especially down in Rosarito. On this turn right here, I just did want to mention that you just got to be a little bit careful coming into the traffic, leaving the toll road. It basically pretty much ends here pretty quickly, in my opinion. But you can go ahead and get into the left lane. That's just my standard, because the lane's going to merge down anyway. And then the left lane is going to dump you right into the following road here, which is the roads to Playas, downtown TJ. I believe it's called Benito Juarez, but I apologize. The names aren't important right now because there's nowhere else for you to go. Now, once I get on this road, one of the things you do want to do is get into the middle lane as soon as possible. It doesn't have to be super quick. It's not really that important at this point, but eventually, by the time you get to the gas station, you definitely do want to be in the middle lane because it's just going to be pain getting over 2 lanes at this point. You're going to get a nice view coming back down the hill of the construction that's happening that'll eventually change this route a little bit, but I think we're a couple of years out on that. Might be the last place you can get gas, FYI, if you need gas on the road going the way we're going. If you go a different way, there's probably a gas station. I'm trying to think. There might be another gas station along the way, but if we're going the way we're going, that is the last bathroom break. But like today, you'll see how quickly we crossed today. There was no traffic during when we checked our Google Maps, and so assumingly we are going, and then we should be able to cross, and this will be the easiest. Once you get to this point, you definitely want to get to the right lane because we're going to go get off on the next exit here and do the loop-de-loop. And this is what's going to get us onto what they call the Via Internacional, the road that runs right next to the border. It's pretty easy to sort of get onto. There's really nothing complicated here, right? And there's really not going to be anything complicated on this route. This is my preferred route when I look at Google Maps and I notice that there is 0 traffic to cross the border. All right, now the only thing here is to pay attention because it's a weird sort of on and off ramp here. It's the same lane to get on and off this freeway, so you got to just make sure that you're looking over your left shoulder and your rear view mirror at all times. Just make sure that it's usually not a big problem, but as you can see there, it's the same. It's one of those weird on and off ramps there. Now we are officially, or unofficially, but officially on the Via Internacional. This is it. This is a road. There's really not too much to it, right? Pretty easy. We're going to go up and over it. Now, the only thing that I do want to caution you on this is that follow the speed limit. It is 40 miles an hour up and down this road. It's if you don't follow it, they can get you, and they have speed traps there, quote unquote. Be careful. There is a speed limit here, and it is not 55 miles an hour. It's not 60. It's not 90. It's 40 miles an hour. And you want to be careful. It's 60 kilometers an hour. And it's very easy to speed once you get up to the top of the hill and start coming down. So you just got to be really careful. There is a reason for it, because as you saw that car right there, there are actually people trying to get onto this road. And there's another car right here. It's not supposed to be, quote unquote, an expressway at this point. It will be, but there's a reason why you're not supposed to be speeding, quote unquote, or going faster than normal on this. But yeah, just be careful, and please note that. Be careful. There is a reason for it, so watch out for that. Aside from the people trying to pull you, the cops trying to pull you over. All right. Now you're going to see, this might look a little new if you haven't traveled here for a while. There's a lot of construction happening right now. They're building the overhead, what they're calling the aqueduct, to ease traffic, but that's probably not going to be completed, I think, at least 2 years. They're saying maybe even 4. Be careful here. They just painted everything. You don't want to run into these things. There isn't a guardrail set there just yet. All right, so just be careful coming into the lower part of the Via Internacional now. Again, it's still, at this point, it's still 40 kilometers or 40 miles an hour, 60 kilometers an hour, and even slower because of the construction going on, okay? Now, there's always going to be a little bit of traffic here. As you can see, I had to scooch on over because of the crane here. It's just, you got to be careful. You can't speed at freeway levels here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stay right in this lane. I don't remember, actually, maybe I spoke too soon. I'm not sure if we merge down to another lane here pretty soon, but we're eventually going to make a right at a specific point. And where we make the right is as soon as there's a guardrail that's coming up here, right, on our right hand side. That's like going to be a point of interest, all right, a note to where, all right, once the guardrail starts on the right hand side, that's when we know that we are tracking time. And this is it right here. Once you get to this guardrail right here, you know this is your marker. Once this guardrail ends, you're going to need to start slowing down, and you're going to make a right. And it's a quick right. There used to be a different exit that I used to come off of, but because of the construction that's going on that specific exit, I get off on the next exit anyway. So there's nothing to really worry about here. So we have our guardrail. Again, be careful with everything because of the construction. Sometimes they like to put equipment on the road. From day to day, things could be different. Right now it's clear, but on the day that you're traveling, there could be equipment. That crane could have moved down a couple of ways. It's just, be careful at this point. There's really nothing dangerous or epic about it. You just need to keep your head on a swivel a little bit. All right, so we're going through. Enjoying the construction work that's happening. That again is going to make getting to the border within a few years such a delight, in my opinion. It's going to probably ease traffic, and you'll probably be able to get to the border from Rosarito in 10 minutes faster than normal. That's my guess, and be able to cross even sooner. I don't personally like the way the SENTRI Lane is set up, but I'll talk about that another day. The end of the rail is right here, so you're going to start noticing that all the construction right here, and there is going to be a sign that we're kind of waiting for, that it's really quick, and once you see the sign, you are going to make the next right. It's really quick. All right, so now that we're here, I kind of started doubting that this was the way that I should have been. I did not, on this particular day, I didn't expect this much traffic to be in this part of town. This traffic is every time I've been here is usually nice and clear. There's not as many cars here, but don't worry about it. It's almost like 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but the traffic jam here doesn't really amount to much. It makes it still worthwhile to go this way, even if there's traffic here. The intersection is never working. The lights never work. It's always flashing red lights, so it's a four-way stop. Technically, the intersection is kind of weird, but you don't worry about it. It's okay. We want to make a left to go up into the bridge. I believe the bridge is called El Chaparral. And for whatever reason, it was backed up on this day. And I'm not going to fast forward it. I'm just going to let it run real time, just so we can get an idea of how long to wait. And I'll just so you can see how long it is that I waited, and that it's still more or less kind of worthwhile to go this route, even if there's a little bit of traffic here. So don't worry about it. Just go ahead. We're just going to go on through. If you want to fast forward through it, that's fine. But no big deal at this point. And what I did want to mention is that yes, we basically, when we turn on right from the freeway on here, yes, that's some sort of there's a police station there. Don't worry about it. I don't know if you'd ever be scared of the police or anything like that. Don't worry about it. I've never had any issues there. It seems to be like a place where they just park their cars for whatever reason. There's never any problem going this way. I've gone through this dozens of times, and it's perfectly fine to go through here. So don't worry about that part. You know what? I changed my mind. Let me go ahead and fast forward through the going up and over the bridge here, and let's get down to brass tacks. All right, so we are up and over the bridge. and we're going to make a right onto, and there's, for whatever reason, on this particular day, there was just traffic in this location everywhere. But I want you to know that even with the traffic here, it is still worthwhile going this way if there's zero traffic, and you're going to see in a minute. So we're going to make a right. As soon as we get down off the bridge, we're going to make the right. There's really no other way to go. Don't go left. These people here that make this U-turn, I really don't know if it's legal or not, but a lot of them, it's always a 3-point turn for some reason. That bus is whatever. Anyway, just be patient. You're going through the SENTRI Lane anyway. You're not going to be in line for hours, especially you'll see in this particular day. Be careful for pedestrians here. There is a couple of crosswalks. Pay attention to the stop signs. And we are going to go into another roundabout here. Now, don't be afraid of the roundabouts. They can seem hectic and they can seem out of control, but this is some sort of makeshift roundabout that they have here. I think eventually one day they will have these lights working. I've been here, I've been going this way for about 4 years, and they're still not working, but that's okay. It's still very civil. You just gotta kind of make sure you stop here and then go ahead and start inching your way forward. Trust me, people will stop. Everyone is very courteous with the right of way, despite, in this location anyway, despite of other things. And we're gonna make this left around the roundabout, and we're gonna go essentially, if you need to put this hospital on your Google Maps as a sort of point, do it. But we're gonna go through this hospital, get in the left-hand lane. There's a stop sign right here. Please make the stop sign. Again, this is a hospital. There's people walking here that are sick, so be careful with that. Stay on the left-hand side. All right, now again, we already know, or we're very much hoping that there is zero traffic coming in the SENTRI Lane. So what we want to do is stay on the left lane here. Okay, we're going to stay on the left lane. Go ahead, curve on up, staying in the left lane. We're doing fine right here. And right here, you're going to be able to notice right in front of us at this point is the SENTRI Lane. You're going to notice whether there's traffic or not in there, and you can see it's flowing. There's no traffic there at all. So stay in the left lane, and you'll know what I'm talking about as soon as we make the U-turn here. At this intersection, we are going to make a U-turn. Now, it seems crazy, but please make the turn. Don't get crazy. Don't start breaking any rules and driving like you're a maniac. There is no one controlling this intersection right now, as you can see. Normally, if there's traffic, there would be somebody allowing the SENTRI Lane to come in 30, 40 cars at a time. That isn't the case today. As we can see, it's not controlled, so we can make a U-turn here. But it is kind of crazy, but trust me, it's civilized. As long as you don't panic, make sure that you have your blinker on. Make sure everyone's going now, because we're going to make a U-turn into the SENTRI Lane. Easy as pie, right there. And that, we are now in the SENTRI Lane. Easy as pie. And we're going to cross here, and I think it only takes us about, from this point, with zero traffic, as you can see, we're going to get down almost to the front. There really should be no reason why you shouldn't cross in less than 10 minutes. It should be 5, but this is, as you can tell in the front, sometimes the police officers or the customs officers get a little too, I don't know, they do too much in the SENTRI Lane. All they're supposed to do is ask you if you have anything to declare. They don't need to know where you're going. They don't need to know what you're doing. They don't need to know anything like that. This is the SENTRI Lane. You've been vetted. You've gone through the ringer to get this. At least I did. I went through the ringer to get this darn pass. So there's really no reason why they need to be asking you too much. And trust me, there are let's just call them veteran officers that know this. And then all they do is, do you have anything to declare? Nope. Have a great day. And you're right on through. Other people, like the officer that happened on this particular day, They're doing too much. Where are you going? Where you come from? Why did you visit? Open the back of your car. I need to see this. And that's just absolutely crazy to me. I don't understand why they do that. And there is, you know, again, it's the SENTRI Lane. You know, I don't need to be going through, you know, it should take less than 10 seconds to cross by the time you get to the kiosk. Anyway, that's my gripe. You know, your experiences may vary, but again, from this point, it was very easy to cross. You know, at the end of the day, even with all the little traffic and stressful stuff, at the end of the day, it really only takes us about 10 minutes to cross at this point. It's not that bad. As you can see where the traffic layer showed us that those lines were heavy, it takes 2 to 3 hours to cross sometimes when even the lanes are that backed up. So be grateful that you have a SENTRI pass. Don't do too much complaining, even though that you, like me, I never complain to the officers. I just say that stuff to myself, you know. So yeah, this was it. As you can see right here, it's just a matter of picking what lane you want to get into. I always pick the wrong one, and as you can see today, I almost started backing up because the one I was on, I already knew was problematic. When the car should just be moving freely, but you know, maybe it's a rookie doing their job for the first time working the SENTRI Lane, and they think the SENTRI Lane is the same as the other lanes, but you know, it's not. We've been vetted. And anyway, that's me sighing about that. Don't worry about it. We're here, and as you can see, even in real time, it was very easy. You can't even get a churro, and you can't get a coffee. Sometimes this thing goes so fast, so don't worry about it. I will say this though. This lane doesn't have a bus lane in it. If you get on the right lane, sometimes buses go into the right lane and it takes a little bit extra. Don't really worry about it too much, because even if you're behind the bus has to go all the way to the right when they get past the cement barrier. What you can do is you can actually go to the left, and if you can see here, it opens up into a bunch of lanes here. And the same thing happens over there. You can go left or right on a lane, and the same thing happens if you happen to go behind the bus. As soon as the bus clears, you can get to any one of these lanes if you want. I decided to go all the way to the left lane because that's where I saw the least amount of cars. However, it really was, it took longer than expected. At one point I tried to back up and go to the lane next to me, but for whatever reason, this lane had already moved forward a couple of cars, and that was that. So that's basically it. And we're in line, and we are going to cross and just answer their questions if you can. Even though they ask too many questions, they need to be asking one, but that's my personal take on it. If you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comments, send me an email, and I'll try to answer what I can. But it's pretty... one thing I want to say this, I kind of anticipate the questions here. It's like, what time of day do you think is best to go there? And this is the most dumb and generic question that I can give you, but no one knows. I've been crossing this thing for 4 years. I've even asked the patrols, the customs officers, if they have any idea of when it's like to cross, and the three people, 2 women, 1 guy, I asked, they said, we have no idea. See me here trying to back up right here. They said, to me, it's completely random. The only way, she says, the only sure things I've ever seen are at dawn on weekends. Early mornings on Saturdays and Sundays have been the best times when there's no one here. Besides that, they have no idea what causes people to want to cross en masse on certain days. On this particular day, it was nice and easy to get to. Again, there was nothing here. On a Thursday at noon, the line was backed up all the way to the roundabout one time. No one knows why. So we don't know what is the best time to cross at the SENTRI Lane. Sometimes there's no traffic, sometimes there's all the traffic, and that's why you got to check your Google Maps before you get there. The other video that I have shows you how to get to the best way to get to the SENTRI Lane, even if there's medium traffic. There really should be, there's a third way to do it, but if you do the other video way, if you just go the long way, it's only going to save you, it's only going to amount your wait time maybe 5 or 10 minutes at the most. If you do the other way, there's a little bit more stress, and that's more for the veterans than those of us that cross know how to get to our points easiest. And that's just going to be a matter of someone just being able to have the experience to do that. These videos are for people that cross on a very infrequent basis, that just happen to go, hey man, I just need to cross on, I just need to know how to get to the SENTRI Lane. I don't need to be stressing or anything like that. So this video is for when you check and you just happen to see that there's zero traffic across the lane. This is the way to go. As you can see, it was very easy, very basic. There was no stress, very little stress involved. The other way that I have on the video is the one way, and I'll put the little thing on here, the link on there, and it is how to get to the SENTRI Lane when there's a lot of traffic, and even there's median traffic. That's the best way to do it. Low stress. It's also in real time, and you can fast forward the parts that you want as well. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. As you can see here, I should have been already across the border, but she's checking my car. She's having me open the trunk, and man, it's just some weird thing. Anyway, trust me, we end up crossing in still a very fast amount of time compared to the other lanes. So that's that. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope you got something out of this, and take it easy.